Hi everybody, and welcome back to Live Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Oz, that's Jack,
Hello everybody.
and his lovely hobbit wife, Letty. That's no hi from you guys.
No
So, tonight we're going to do another one. It's one of those fancy meal things. Again, under 10 bucks, super easy. It's going to really impress anybody that you're trying to feed, and it's going to taste great in case there's nobody you need to impress. Let's get to it. Okay, super simple, but we're going to cheat here. We got this loin. We got it for like $5. You can cut it up into pork chops. It's really great. You're going to need a little bit of butter. You're going to need some breadcrumbs, like we had some left over from what we cooked the other day. So that's really cheap. 3 eggs, give or take, because you got to dump it. You probably get away with 2. Got 3 ears of corn, got them done. 3 for $1. You got to shuck them. It's really easy. And a head of cauliflower. Now, these are super cheap, and they got this green stuff on the outside of them, and you got to pull it off. And we got a little bit of seasoning. You can season it with whatever you want. You're going to need like a tablespoon of butter or so to do it properly. So you start by pulling all the green stuff off the bottom of this thing. I tried to cut it, and I just had to pull it by hand and then cut it with the chopper. It was ridiculous that there was that much green stuff, yeah. But it was like 90 cents worth of cauliflower. Now you cut this part where it sits flat. So you put it in there. It just looks like an exposed white infected brain. Now take this, put it out in your recycling bin or compost heap. It works really well. Don't eat it. It tastes like butt.
I tried it.
No. Take that, rinse it. Rinse it real well. You get it tapped dry a little bit, and now you want to put a little bit of butter on it. Like you can spray it with different stuff. I took a different approach.
Just mash it in there?
Well, I don't know much about vegetables, so we're just trying this roasted cauliflower. So I just buttered the top of the cauliflower.
It'll melt and seep through, hopefully.
So hopefully that'll work. So you put that, and you put a little bit of seasoning stuff on it, but you're going to need aluminum foil all total, if you can get it through the... Haha, aluminum foil.
Don't let it beat you. Show who's boss.
Smarter than the tools I use. Here we go. So, just enough to cover it. You got your butter on it. Now you take your seasoning here, and it doesn't run off anywhere. Now, we had just like a little bit of this rib stuff that we used on here. It wasn't too salty, so we could use a lot of it where it wasn't horrible bad for you, all sodium. And it was a little sweet. Now, we also decided that we're going to put a little Parmesan, because we saw a bunch of recipes that had, the Parmesan, whatever. Apparently that kills the taste of cauliflower. Whatever, make it not taste like vegetables is what we're going for. So we try to make it taste like Parmesan ribs. And then just fold this up. Now, you don't have to crimp it where it's perfect. Just kind of mash it where it's perfect. And then you're going to put it in the oven. We put it in at 350. And then while you're doing that, you chop these up, right? Super easy. Now you can do them as thin as you want, as thick as you want. We did about a quarter of an inch at the most.
Yep.
And cut all the way through. But this is one of the benefits of getting that loin. It's like $5, but to get this many pork chops out of it, it was what, like $9-10. So that's like $4 worth of savings that you can spend on the whole rest of the meal. Now you can see this fat. We put it on the bottom. We didn't cut it off. You can take your time and trim it, but we didn't. Now you got your 3 eggs beaten, right? And then you got your bread crumbs, right? Just spread out. Now if you want to take and season it or put anything extra in it, now's the time to do it. We put garlic powder, onion powder. You can put that stuff in there. I think we put some paprika in it as well.
Yes.
Right? And then you're just going to dip it the same as we did everything else, but you're going to bake it this time. So into the egg, make sure it's nice and covered. Just that gross-ass egg all over the place.
Just like our fried appetizer.
Let it strain a little bit. And then just put it right in the breadcrumbs. Just get a little easy covering on it. Now you can do a second one, a second coating, but we didn't. We put it really fine, like...
it worked really well.
This is like a shake and bake kind of thing. Yeah, so this is... not near as thick as a shake and bake, but just the spiced breadcrumbs worked out. Now you can see where the spots they're on there. If you have some of the breadcrumbs left, you can sprinkle it on there. It won't hurt it anything. Put it in for 350, right along with the cauliflower. Now, I'm a corn shucker from way back, so my dad's laughing at me because I'm horrible at shucking corn. So
this took a while.
It's super cheap, but you just pull all the husk off of there. Now you save that if you need it for tamales or whatever, and then make sure you get them little hairs off. If you don't, if they're still floating around, when you boil them, they'll float off and you can get them. I get you a pot as long as the whole cob fits in it. And then make sure you got it where it's just enough water above the top of it. You don't want them sitting on the bottom, but you don't want them bobbing around. Now, here's Jack with this thing.
Alright, so it's a little corn based. It's basically just butter, salt, pepper, chili powder, and lime juice. You just add it all together and you warm it up, and you'll see what we do with it.
You put it in a metal thing, right? And you warmed it up just by putting it in the stove, right?
Yep.
In the oven.
Yeah. Just put it in the oven with the pork chops.
So you could probably do it in like a plastic one if you just had a plastic one, but don't put it in the oven. You just microwave it or let it.
Don't let it sit in the oven for too long. It will burn and it will smell terrible.
Yeah. So you just put it all on there. You make sure not to get any on a spoon.
Yep.
I can tell that's one.
Don't put the seasonings on a spoon.
I've never put lime juice anywhere near my corn, but I want to try it. So I was all excited to try this.
It came out really good.
All right, so once it gets to a nice rolling point like this, you let it sit for like 5-10 minutes. 10 minutes at the most if you don't want it too squishy. I like mine with a lot of crunch to it, even though I have to turn something on so I can't listen to it. You can pull out those little hairs with the tongs. And 45 minutes, so this is how long we put our cauliflower in there. Now, we did pull it over and flip it over, just because we were worried it would burn one side, but we actually didn't need to do that.
The tinfoil beat me.
Oh, you did it. And then we just take and flip it over and make sure nobody's in your house, because it looks like you're eating a white brain. Something, but you can tell it's kind of squishy when you think it, and it's perfect. It turns out right. Now, once your corn's done, you strain it, and then apparently Jack just went hands off, like you had a basting brush, but you just decided to just dump it on there.
I think pouring it would just work way better.
Okay, and then 45 minutes for these. That's why we did them. So they're still hot. They're still fucking hot. Okay.
Don't touch.
But they're nicely crispy on the outside, but they're all white on the inside. You need to get them to 165. But that was great, and it was like $7 worth of food. It was just the pork itself was $5, and the corn was $1, and the cauliflower was like 90 cents, something like that. So this is a great meal, and this was devoured by the next day. So like everybody in the house ate some. So it was really good, super simple, super great. All right, and there we go. Another outstanding meal for way less than $10. Even with some experimental stuff with the cauliflower that turned out perfect, by the way. And you can always try us here. I just burned the crap out of my hand. You can always find us here on YouTube between Tuesdays and Fridays. Damn, that hurts. Or you can find us over on Facebook at Live Between Paychecks Kitchen. Damn. Or you find us at Live in Between over at Instagram or over. Damn. Okay. Can't do it soon.
Anyway, Oz burned himself pretty bad, so here's our info in case you couldn't understand the incomprehensible
I burned myself between my fingers. It's not funny.